some documents during the 035 test because it was getting way too crowded there. I just said fuck it, and I left because security was doing a bang up job. The other researchers are doing a bang up job. Class D's were doing a bang up job and yelling as well, so that was not that wasn't helping me whatsoever. And so I went down to PC 15. I was getting ready to go compile some documents that I made earlier. It would have taken me about like 5-ish minutes. When I get close to the door, realize it's closed, and then I can hear voices coming from within. So I'm like, okay, somebody must be having a meeting in there. So I just hang out, just chill out by the other door on the very opposite side of the corridor. Then I hear the loudest yelling of my life. I'm like still astonished that human voice can even go up that high. And so after that, of course, the fucking Omega-1 decided to come and raid PC 15 because, you know, shit was going on. To think they're tracking you guys, by the way. I overheard some of them mentioning that. I don't know. I'd just be on the lookout for Omega-1. But anyway, I saw it was both you and Cain in there. Cain's he's a new friend, but he's not a close one, as I should not say that. And I can assume what it was about. Is my assumption correct?
Your assumption...
I'm asking you.
Well, I don't really know.
What he calls never.
Yes. In a way, that is what the meeting was about. More so, it was his mental state. That is what I was tasked
yes.
to.
I'll also be talking about that as well.
Lovely. Well then, yes.
I just want to give you my points on what I've personally experienced with it. I like to call it the Orchestrator. He calls it never, but I guess he's the primary target, so I'll call it never then. Unless I feel like the Orchestrator is better in some scenarios, which probably not likely. So I was heading up to do a 173 test about a few days ago. Then all of a sudden I get this voice in my head. It's much more louder than the other ones that are currently in here. I'll get back to that a little later. And it begins speaking to me, like almost like it can hear what I'm saying and respond and think. I've seen images of it, like...
You've seen images of it?
Drawings almost on the walls sometimes. I'm not too entirely sure if that's what I think it is, or if it's just some Class D doodling about, since every time I seem to see them, no other member of this fucking foundation is around to see it. So I just walk away, and I assume someone cleans it up. I assume some member of Foundation staff, whether it be internal security department, whoever the fuck it is,
I really need to go to the bathroom. Holy.
Scrapes it off the walls because they know what it is, or whatever the fuck. But I've seen one very distinct drawing of it after this. So I come into this room, lock myself in here, and act like I'm doing paperwork because... Well, not act. I actually was doing paperwork. I had some paperwork in here that I left the other day. And it began speaking to me. Said they were beckoning my name. I am it. It is me. blah, 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 that sort of thing. All the things that he said as well. But it said that I was not its primary target whom it was looking for. I assume that is Cain. I presume that's what it meant by I'm not its primary target. Although I wouldn't be surprised if it talked to me again. I definitely wouldn't be surprised at that. It just causes me major mental harm. It just gets into my head, you know. It just it just gets in my head, and it talked to me. It talked to me about dying. And you want to know what it said? Did you know that I can't feel pain anymore? Did you know that?
Was this like a symptom of SCP?
No, it's not SCP at all. It was I assume we both know what it was caused by. I mean, out of character unless you don't know about Dolman in this body.
No, I remember everything.
Okay, good.
Out of character,
So,
do you?
Yes.
Okay.
Remember,
Cain
he
does
gave me
that.
the fucking 500s?
I gave you 3. Actually, no. Geo gave you 1, I gave you 2.
I could always eat another one. But anyway, and it talked to me about dying. And did you know I can't feel pain anymore?
No?
It's not a part of SEPA. It's not. It's I think we both know what it's about. Experimental testing, unethical testing ring a bell in your mind?
It rings more than one.
Something that happened between me, Felicity, and Grass.
Yes.
Does that ring a bell?
It rings
Yes.
more than even you can tell. Bells ringing, ears ringing.
That fucker. I will never be the same after that. Again, never. Every day is different. Every single day is different. And I'm sorry, I got a little off topic there. It said to me something about dying. You want to know what it said?
Enlighten me.
It said, even the most severe death that comes to jumping into a pit, having fucking buckshot being blown into your head. You want to know what will happen tomorrow? I'll be here the same day. I've died over and 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 over. And I will continue to do so for generations to come.
You need to take a breather, James?
No, I'm perfectly fine.
Did you say that tomorrow you're going to die?
No. Today, I might die. Tomorrow, I'll be here, living, until I die again.
Does that seem more like a curse or a blessing to you?
Honestly, at this point, a blessing. Maybe a curse in some ways. But Cain has also told me something very similar. He feels this pain and misery and suffering and agony that comes with death. I, however, do not. It is like a curse. No. In the same way that I will be here, stuck in this damn facility for ages to come.
I think he was about to say Felicity.
I don't know if this is the same for many other people, as I've had very clear dreams of my friends being shot to death, killed, murdered, even jumped off into the pit. But they all appear the same day. The one in heavy. Both of them. I've also experienced dreams of being MTF, chaos, more.
Mobile task.
I don't even know where the fuck to take this, honestly.
I haven't
It's just all info.
had
Just keep listening.
full ability to see them or know what happened in them, but all I know is that I'm either an MTF or chaos, and all I know is that the Orchestrator is always there, always talking to me. It hasn't in quite a few days now, but I have a strong feeling it definitely will return. And on to my second topic.
Oh, lovely. That was just the first. I think we covered like 20.
Have you ever killed someone, Dr. Indo, on purpose or on accident?
More than I can count.
Good. If you were to say no, I would have been like, bruh. That was bad. That was a bad joke. Yes. I'm full of those, aren't I?
Life is one big bad joke, isn't it?
Anyway. Whenever I kill a person,
How often
their
does
voice
that
seems to ring in my head. Just stay there permanently.
I don't know, I just imagine
They've
like
even
a New Yorker
been
be like,
typing
hey,
for me on
you,
some of
and just
my
ringing,
messages
repeating.
to other people, such as my most recent research PDA with Dr. Felicity Summers, in which also
Was that who messaged
that
me?
one you hear that wrote in italics,
Yeah.
that was him. As of now, I think there are currently about 7. About 7 voices in there. About as many as the amount of people I've killed. They all have very distinct personalities.
I guess that's good.
When they happen to speak out for me, do actions on my behalf, I tend to black out and wake up in another room where I know I definitely have not traveled, but myself, but I know another being has traveled for me and brought me to that point in time. And I believe those are them. And also when I tell people about it, they just say, "Oh, you're disassociating, man. Sounds like split personality disorder." I don't think it is. This has not happened until Dolman. After Dolman, I didn't really kill anyone until I moved here.
PTSD can cause split personality. It's not uncommon.
But why are they so sentient and sapient? They can think, they can do actions for me. They can completely cut off my nervous system from my body. And they can control it and move around. And then I can wake up in another spot and connect everything back up like a bunch of wires like it never even happened. 1 sec.
And how often does this happen?
All the time. 24/7, 365. I've not gotten a good night's rest in the past, I want to say, 4 weeks. I've been sleeping for about 5 minutes at minimum, maybe 2 hours at maximum, maybe.
Actually horrible.
Just maybe some days. But then I wake up and they constantly talk to me.
Are you on any medication, Dr. James?
No, not currently. Ever since my other doctor took me off of my heart medication because it got better somehow. Fucking somehow. I don't even fucking know how that's possible.
Is there anything happening at PT00?
Don't send anyone here, you idiots.
Get the fuck out.
Hello?
Go away. Go away.
I was just checking out the...
Go away. Go away.
James.
Go away.
I'm sorry.
Vamonos.
James.
There's 2 scientists at PT00. They won't let me get info on what they're doing.
Yep.
That's about it. That's about all I wanted to talk to you about.
So, just to recap, you are experiencing similar things to Cain from an entity that you call Orchestrator. He calls Never. Voices in the head, hallucinations, conversations with untangible beings. But where you differ from him, you are not the primary target, and you, unlike him, remember F7. You as well are apparently haunted by those you killed.
Yes. I feel as if too. I feel like many of us that came from F7 were brought here by some individual. Because I look up on the computers here from time to time about what's been going on at Foundation 7. And every time I do, there is no mention of a Foundation 7 whatsoever. I asked some other scientists, like, have you ever heard of Foundation 7? Granted, it's not an SCP Foundation, but it's a pretty popular one that some people do know about. And they're like, no, what the hell is that? I'm like, oh, apparently everyone who came from F7, I believe and I think, were carried over by some individual.
And you don't know who?
From reality to reality. No, I do not know who.
You don't remember?
I do remember. I do remember everyone that came from Foundation 7 to Site 09. But I don't recall who brought us here.
So you remember everything from F7, and you remember everything since you got here.
I remember hearing a story that you died.
More than once,
but you're
yes.
here. More than once.
Like you, I was born anew, but unlike you, I was dead for a little bit longer than just a day. 3 times. Lucky number.
Interesting, interesting.
Knock knock.
Get
Whoa.
the fuck out. Get the...
Go deal with that shit. Go.
Oh dear.
Well,
The mobile task force.
go deal with it. Go. Vamonos.
That is not my job.
That is... Huh?
Yes, that is your fucking qualifications. Christ.
That's the MTF's qualification. Thank you very much.
Oh, dumbasses. Anyway, just
See, this is why I hate the security department.
and that's also why you need a medical, because dumbasses get themselves hurt.
Also, I'm just going to pull up a document here. Hang on, can I look here? I'm just gonna pull up one of my PDAs between me and Dr. Summers. I'm sorry, Felicity. I sent it about a day ago. It says, and this one of the masterminds of the whole operation in my head thing said, and I'm quoting, this is me. As usual, I'd like to give you update on how I'm doing in my... And then I don't remember writing anything else from there. And then apparently this is what I wrote. Wonderful mind. Such sweetness, isn't it? He's fine. That was me, you know. Anyways, hi. How are you? I'm pleasantly delighted to meet your acquaintance. I'm what you might call the headmaster.
Yeah. You the fucking
I run this whole voices department in little old James' head, but it seems now that I've got your attention.
You got like a headquarters in the fucking frontal lobe.
Yes. Headquarters in the frontal lobe. It's funny, isn't it?
I'm sure it's
anyways,
just amusing.
I'm going to it's fucking hilarious. Anyways, I'm going to continue off what I said here. I'm just filling some room inside of his brain.
Excuse me, is this the restroom?
No.
Who is that?
Sorry.
One of
Who
our
is that? Who are you?
Fucking D-boy? What?
Yeah, hi. I got
I
lost
believe
looking for the
James
restroom.
calls these
You wanna die?
clasties.
No, I just want to use the restroom.
There is no
I
restroom.
have a gun,
to leave.
apparently.
Oh. Do I just go in
Put
my
it
clothes
away.
then?
Sure. Just not here. Leave
Okay.
now.
Look away.
Do I have a name for you? I'm sure you know my name if you're in James.
Yes, of course I do. You don't know me. I mean, I'm sure I've communicated with you once before through these little emails and PDAs, yes?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
how
but I never got a
fantastical.
name, did I? Isn't that right?
I don't think you need to know. Let's just say James killed me and I'm not gonna let that slide.
Alright,
I'm not gonna
well,
let that slide.
In that case, I'm assuming that
Anyway.
you're a D class, considering that's what he's killed the most of. So if you're not going to give me a name, then I'm just going to designate you a number, if you don't mind.
Fine, you can call me Richard.
Was that so hard?
It's just been so long since I've actually thought of my own name. I've always been given a number. And
Lovely.
It just-
So you were a D class.
yes.
Isn't that just special?
Naturally, I don't. It is very fun. Anyways, let me continue reading this off. I'm just filling some room inside of his brain, you know. It's funny. It seems he has no soul. It rather is. I haven't seen this kind of thing before. It seems after he died once, his soul left his body. James, to me, and to the rest of us, is basically just an empty walking corpse. So roomy in here, plenty of room for others. Perhaps you'd like to join someday. We could always use a new friend.
We're kind of fucked.
I do concur. Hey, can you not come in here real quick out of character? Can you just like not?
Yeah, we're trying to finish
Yeah,
some
he's
shit up.
he's very. Anyway. What happened? What happened?
Oh, lovely. Yeah, I was just having a talk with Richard.
Who the fuck is Richard?
Well, I'm going to have my meeting with Felicity. I advise you definitely don't kill any more people. And if you have any more information, feel free to message me over PDA.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I guess I'll see you soon then.
Yes, mind the door. There's a statue.
Yes, I heard some sort of concrete thing in my
Mobile task